Just go all in.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast, man. And today I want to talk quickly about CJ Henderson. Shout out to my guy Papa Sora. He was talking about it on the live, how CJ Henderson is apparently up for trade. The former 2020 first round pick, I believe he was picked at number 9 by the Jaguars. And now he is available for trade. So I wanted to kind of look him up before I really said too much. I knew the surface level of him. I didn't really watch much of the Jaguars last year. I don't think much of Jacksonville watched much of the Jaguars. But I looked him up and I looked into it a little bit, what it might take us. And we're going to talk. But before we do, be sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. We are on the road to 3K. So I would appreciate if you guys joined me. So who is CJ Henderson? CJ Henderson going into his second year. Last year, he did have to deal with some injuries. This year, he's not at camp for some personal reasons. Not 100% sure what that's all about, but he's not there. Now, look, he came into the league, and the knock on him was his lack of desire to tackle, really. Not the lack of ability to tackle, really just didn't look like he wanted to tackle. He came into the NFL, and I feel like his first couple games, he was very good. He came out and balled. I mean, his first introduction to the NFL was in the second quarter against Phillip Rivers. He gets a pick off, and it was a great play by him.
On 3rd and 10, Rivers pass a little wobbly. It's intercepted. Picked off by CJ Henderson.
So, look, I think that there's talent there. Obviously, a first-round pick for something. There's definitely some cause for concern that he's not at camp, that he's already this disgruntled in Jacksonville. But look, the kid runs under a 4.4, has nothing but speed. What he really reminds me of, and Eagles fans might love to hear this, or they might hate to hear this, but he reminds me of a Ronald Darby. Now, there's, like I said, a lot of positives about this guy. He has the speed to never really be out of position. He has showed the willingness to tackle in the NFL level. He's a ball hawk, if I'm being honest. He reads the plays very well. There's a lot of things he has to work on, and I think it's all technique-based. I think that, he is a sucker for a double route. We've all seen a lot of cornerbacks getting beat on that. He does kind of go off of his instincts a little bit more than you maybe want, maybe play a little bit more inside of the actual defense. But there's a lot to like about the kid. Last year, like I said, he didn't get to play a lot. There was only 474 total snaps for him, and only 270 of those were actually coverage snaps. So obviously you don't have a huge sample size of what he can be. But this is the biggest part. You can get him cheap. Some people are saying that they want a second, they want this. I think, look, we can maybe get somebody off that we don't want, and maybe a late round pick. So I don't know who I would think, because I don't know if they want a Zach Ertz. I went, shout out to my guy UCF's Jaguar. He covers the Jaguars amazingly. His channel is awesome. And he was doing a little premiere about, CJ Henderson. And I was asking him, I was like, hey, you guys need a tight end, and some of their guys were saying maybe a second round and Zach Ertz. I don't think I would do all that just to be our third cornerback right now. But if we can get him for somewhere between a third and a fifth, I think it's a no-brainer. I really do. I think it comes down to, you have somebody that's now on their second year of their rookie contract, so you have 3 more years, right? So even if this year isn't his starting year, you still have somebody that you can build with, somebody that you can, grow with. And I've said this before. I keep saying we, like you guys said this, but I've said this before. Slay is not cheap, bro. Slay is going to be $23 million next year. Steven Nelson, obviously only on the 1-year deal. We don't necessarily know what we have in Zach. We don't know what we have in Michael Jaquette. And while we don't 100% know what CJ Henderson will become, we do know that he has played some good football already. So I think that there's a very high ceiling for somebody like CJ Henderson coming to the Eagles. It's all about the price. I'm not willing to give up the farm for somebody like him. Not now, maybe a second by itself is a little bit much for me, but you could probably sell it to me if he's going to be like our slot guy off rip. I think there's a spot for this guy on our team. We talk about competition, and we talk about being competitive every practice, every training camp. This move would solidify our competitiveness. This move would definitely help these cornerbacks in this cornerback room, and overall the secondary overall. I think picking up somebody like this would definitely help, and maybe it would help him. I know he's a little upset in Jacksonville. Maybe he'd be happier in Philly. I don't know. I know I say we need to stay away from people that, are unhappy in their home. But when it comes to cornerback, we got to kind of stretch a little bit. So you guys let me know. What do you think? Like I said, this is just quick. I'm going to try and do a real live tomorrow and really get your guys' opinions. But you guys let me know. Do you think that this is somebody we should look at, CJ Henderson from the Jaguars? Or do you think we should just kind of move forward with what we have or look at other positions? We got money. We got some assets. It's something that we can probably do pretty easily. So I'm down for it. But like I said, you guys let me know. Other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly, Eagles, Fly. And we are out, Chad. Peace.
Eagles flag everywhere. This is for you.
Fly, Eagles, fly. On the team. Touchdown, touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man soft. Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.